Hello, guys. Today we're going to be talking about what you need to understand before hiring a business coach. And if you are new to me, hello and welcome. My name is Jerisha Hawk. I'm a high-ticket sales coach, and I help coaches, consultants, and freelancers grow their business by packaging and selling a high-ticket offer and selling that consistently. So people hire me when they are amazing at the skill set that they currently have, but they have a difficulty actually communicating the value of that and actually selling their service and closing clients. So this is a conversation that has actually been coming up quite frequently in Facebook groups that I'm in. I'm even inside of my own Facebook group. If you're not in my Facebook group already, make sure that you visit jerishahawk.com/join and get in there. But this whole concept of what really happens when you hire a business coach and what the expectations should be when you do hire a business coach or when you're considering hiring a business coach. And I wanted us just to have a frank and open conversation about it. Because I think there's three main components that you as the purchaser, you as the individual that's going to be paying somebody to help you grow your business in whatever capacity, that you really need to understand and get very, very clear on before making that investment and moving forward. So the first thing that you need to understand before hiring a business coach is that, one, that it is an investment. Let me make that clear first. It's not a cost. And you need to be looking at it as an investment. So I think it's so interesting how when we typically in our society, and maybe you personally, we normally don't hesitate when it comes to investing in education. Meaning, like, for us to go to college, for us to pay for our kids to go to private schools or to be in after school programs or hiring them a tutor. We normally don't hesitate when it comes to us paying for education in the traditional sense. And we typically will buy that education, whether it's going to college, going to a junior college, going to graduate school, investing in our children by them paying for them to go to school, because we know that if they get that education, that will position them, right? That will position them to get a good job. So we pay for this education to get the knowledge, to teach us the skill set so we can be qualified to get whatever salary or to get a job. And I think it's so interesting why I see more often than not, people hesitate to make those same type of choices or to view themselves as investment worthy when it comes to investing in the education they need to grow a business. So just like whatever profession that you're currently in, there were things that you had to do to develop the skill set to be qualified to have the job that you have right now. And I think it's very important for you to look at your business as something very similar. The key differences with your business is you have to be careful, I think, in this sense that, like, if you just keep getting certifications, like, you can't treat you investing in your business the same way that you would treat investing in your education. Because in a lot of corporate, employment routes, the more degrees you have, the more education you have, they will qualify you and say that you're eligible for a promotion or eligible for a higher position. But when it comes to your business, just because you have more education does not mean that you're going to earn more money. So there's a very clear distinction between those two things that I think is important for you as a business owner to understand that. Like, you can know everything in the world. You could have read every book, enrolled in every course, taken all the educational training that's available to you when it comes to building a business. But just because you know that information does not just automatically mean that you're going to make more money, right? There's another very, very important piece that is like critical to whether or not you'll be successful when it comes to generating sales and producing revenue. It's your ability to execute on the knowledge that you have, but also, like, you just developing and taking on education to develop your skill set is not enough in business. You delivering your service is part of the equation, but you also need to know how to market and sell your service. And I think the selling part is where most new business owners or business owners earning less than six figures really, really struggle, is because in the traditional normal society route, it's like, if you just keep developing your skill set, become a subject matter expert, keep getting training on better enhancing the skill that you have, that just means somebody else will just pay you more money. And you don't really have to, like, sell it necessarily. You might have to sell yourself in the interview, but you only have to sell yourself once, or sell yourself, it's not the same type of sales transaction. Versus in business, if you are only investing in education to develop your skill set, so let's say you're a life coach and you keep getting life coach certifications, or if you're a health coach and you keep getting health coach certifications and you're wondering why I'm getting all these certifications, I have all this stuff on my resume, why is my bank account not matching? It's because you also need to learn the skill set of being able to sell. Like, you need to understand what it means to run the back end of your business, what it means to actually sell your services, and how to ask for the sale, how to qualify leads, how to close the sale and actually bring in the money. Because you have to be able to do that first before you're ever really able to leverage all that education that you just gained on being able to deliver the service. So I hope that that makes sense. So you really need to understand those two very distinct differences. First and foremost. But second, you need to look at it as an investment. Like, your business, the whole reason why you are starting it 9 times out of 10 here is because you want to generate more money. You want to make more money. So you need to look at, when you're thinking about where you're going to be using your resources, whether it's your time, your energy, or your money as a resource that you can use to grow your business, you need to look at what is the long-term return on my investment going to be, more so than what is the upfront cost. Because when you're growing a business, it takes time for whatever you invest in to actually like matriculate into the return on whatever, investment you put in. So you have to look at it at the long-term gain, like how, me hiring this business coach or me investing in this software, how much money like will this tool allow me like to generate over in the next 3 months, 9 months, 3 years type of thing. So you really have to shift your mindset from upfront cost to long-term investment and what that return on the investment is going to be. So I hope this is resonating with you so far, because I think that's some foundational things that you really, really, really need to understand before you go out and hire a business coach. So that's something that's just very apparent. Like, those are the foundational things. So these are the 3 things that you need to understand before hiring a business coach beyond that, okay? So the first thing that you need to understand is that when you are hiring a business coach, your business coach is a guide. Your business coach is a shepherd. I think a lot of the time people look at, well, if I buy this course, I'll make more money. If I hire this coach, I'll just automatically make more money. And you have to understand that the coach that you're hiring, you are not responsible. That coach is not responsible for getting you the results. Okay? That coach is not responsible for getting you the results. That coach is responsible for guiding you along the journey as you are en route to get those results. So a way for me to explain this, there's really 3 main components that a business coach, that a qualified business coach should be responsible for. So whether or not you're a coach right now, or if you're in the position of you hiring a coach, these 3 things are like imperative for you to be able to understand and articulate to your potential clients, but for you to also use as criteria when you're thinking about hiring a business coach, okay? So think about if you went to IKEA. I'm going to just use this as an example. Think about what, maybe you're an IKEA fan, but think about when you go to IKEA. When you go to IKEA, you are an individual, right? You have a result in mind. You have an end destination in mind in regards to what you want. You want a new sofa. You want a new sofa for your living room. So that's the end result, a sofa being in your living room that you can sit on and watch TV on. So one thing that's important for you before you hire a business coach is you need to know what result you're looking to obtain. This is very important. You need to know what destination it is that you want to go to, because every business coach cannot guide you on that journey to getting that result, because every business coach is not qualified to do that. So if let's say, you're in Detroit and you want to go to Africa and you buy a train ticket, that business coach has the qualifications as a train ticket type of equivalent. That business coach will never be able to get you to the destination because it's a train ticket. Like, a train can't get you to Africa from the United States. You need to invest, you need to have an international plane ticket. That's a different type of business coach. So you have to be very clear on what is your destination. What specific result do you want to obtain? And are you looking to achieve within your business? And if you are just saying, well, I want to grow my business, that is not clear enough. I want to get more leads. That is not clear enough. Like, you need to get very specific in regards to the type of business model that you're growing and that you're building, and making sure that you're investing in somebody who has a proven process and results and getting and supporting somebody in that area. So this goes both ways. So if you're hiring a business coach and it's not specific who they work with and who they don't work with, and what results they can help you achieve and what results they cannot help you achieve, that's really important. But if you're also a business coach or a coach of any caliber, a consultant of any caliber, and your level of specificity is not there, you will notice a challenge in you being able to sell your services consistently, okay? If you're just like, I'm a business coach that helps you grow your business, like that is way too vague. Versus if you are a business coach that helps people convert high ticket clients using live stream video, that's me. Or if you are a health coach that helps people lose weight through weightlifting, like you need to be specific. And this is why having a signature service really does position you to make significantly more money, because it's just more clear. So one thing, before you hire a coach, you need to know what specific result you want to obtain. So we get back to this IKEA example. If you want to have a couch in your living room, so you go into IKEA, you know exactly where you need to go. You go to the couch section, you find a couch that you want to purchase. And when you purchase that couch from IKEA, that couch is not already assembled. And it's very similar to you in business. In business, you may know what results you want, but now you have to be able to assemble whatever is necessary for you to be able to get that result. Now, imagine if you bought that couch from IKEA. So you know what result you want. That's step one. But with IKEA, you have to build the whatever you purchase from them. You have to actually build the couch, and you have to have the necessary tools to be able to put the pieces together to actually assemble it. So first thing you need to know before hiring a business coach is what the end result is that you want to achieve. Second thing you need to get very clear on and make sure that you vet your business coaches before you hire them is, do they have an instruction manual, right? Because if somebody just gives you the tools, meaning they give you the wrench, they give you they give you the power drill, I don't really know. They give you all the tools that you need. There's no clear instructions that you can follow. And I want you to look at the instructions as like, what is the proven process? What is their methodology? What is their framework to get somebody from this point to the end result? There should be a framework. There should be a packaged process, like a step-by-step, like say, do this and then do this and do this and then do this, and then you should have the result that you've been looking to achieve. If they did not have a proven process, I would be very cautious in regards before you hire them. Mainly because, or just take that into consideration. So they need to come with an instruction manual. And this is why in Services That Sell, in my program, when students come into our program, this is one of the first things that we help our students nail down is, what is their proven process? What is their methodology? What is their step-by-step framework? Because this is really what differentiates a rookie from a vet. Like that really, and that will also differentiate what your price point needs to be a lot of the time. So, and especially if you're somebody who's hiring that business coach to help you grow your business, you want to have confidence that they're able to guide you through a process to get the result that you're looking for. I really hope this is resonating. So they need to have an instruction manual, and then they also need to provide you with the necessary tools, or at least make you aware of what tools you're going to need to be able to assemble this thing that they're giving you the instruction manual for. So if somebody's like, yeah, I can help you, convert more clients. And they also, they need to be able to give you the methodology and the framework. And they also need to make you very aware that maybe in order for you to convert more clients, their methodology is saying that you're going to need to be able to do Facebook Lives, that your methodology, you're going to need to be able to have a client contract. Like you need to know what all the tools are that you're going to need to be able to implement and execute that methodology or that framework so you can get that end result that you're looking for. So I really hope this is resonating, and I really hope this is giving you some clarity if you're in the process right now before hiring a business coach, that there's three things, you need to have those three things very, very clear. You need to know what specific result you're looking to achieve. You need to have, that business coach should have a method. They should have a process. They should have a step-by-step framework that they're guiding their clients through. And they should also make it very, very clear what additional tools you will need to be able to implement that framework. And if they cannot give you all three of those things, you be aware of that, like be conscious of that. ask those questions. Okay, if you don't have a methodology, how are you going to guide me through this process? And like before I had developed out my methodology in, I worked with clients one-on-one. So a lot of the time, if you're in the beginning stages, let's flip the script here. And let's say you are a coach or a consultant or a freelancer or what have you. Regardless of what you're selling, you are leading somebody to a transformation. You're leading somebody to achieving a specific result. And you need to be clear, if you're the one selling the service, what that result is. And you also need to be just upfront. Like if you don't have a full-on methodology or a framework, that just means if you're the business coach or if you're the consultant, that maybe you're going to have a more frequent touch points with that client, because you'll be kind of crafting that methodology the entire time with them. I mean, that's very normal too. Like most people who come into our program services that sell do not have their methodology figured out yet. And that's okay. But that just means that you're going to have more touch points with that client. Because I can almost guarantee if you are somebody if somebody comes to you with a problem and you know in your head, you know how to solve it, but you just haven't documented on paper yet, you just need to figure out how to document your intellectual property to figure out what your framework is. And that takes time to be able to do that, because a lot of the time we don't notice what we're doing is an actual step of a process. Normally it takes a couple of clients to be able to document what your method is, and that's okay. But just be aware that the best way for you to develop your methodology is to work with one-on-one clients. But I think that you should be getting paid to develop your method, not waiting until your method is fully documented before you start selling. So that just means you may have, and this is why also I think you should be charging 4 figures for that, because it means that you'll be conversing and having more frequent touch points with your client, which is a higher value in itself. You guys get what I'm saying? So that is also very, very important for you to do. But just be aware of that. If you're the one selling, that there's just gonna be more touch points. And if you are hiring somebody who doesn't have a proven method, and they are not providing those more frequent touch points, I would be cautious, because it's like, if you don't have a documented process or a documented framework and you're not giving me more frequent touch points, how are we going to get to this result, right? And then the third thing is they need to make it clear what tools you're going to need to get that result. So for example, when people enroll in services that sell, we help guide clients on being able to package $1,500, $2,000 offers or more. So a high ticket offer, a high end program, and we teach them how to sell that consistently. Right? But we teach them the tools that they need. They're going to need to be able to do live stream video. We give them the scripts. We give them the templates. We tell them what they need to say, but they need to know that that's a tool they're going to need. So they're going to need a Facebook account. They're going to need, whether a smartphone or a camera so they can do their live stream video. They're also going to need a Stripe account to collect payment. They're going to need an Acuity scheduling account to actually be able to schedule calls with their clients. Those are the only 4 tools clients need when they enroll with services that sell, based off of the methodology and the framework that we teach. So it needs to be clear what tools you're going to need. Now, if somebody's teaching you how to sell cheap low-end offers at like $97 ebooks, but they're going to show you how to sell a $97 digital course and make $10,000 in a month, they need to also make it very clear that you're going to need a ton of software to be able to set up that type of model, that you're going to need to spend money on Facebook ads to be able to support that type of model if you don't have an audience already. They need to make it very clear what tools you're going to need to be able to execute the instructions that they're giving you. So, and then you as the person who's buying, who's making this investment, you have to make a conscious decision saying, based off the tools they say that I'm going to need and the framework that they're introducing me to and guiding me through, do I have the capacity and the resources to be able to execute that at this season in my business? And if the answer is no, you may need to go out and try to find a different business coach. And if the answer is yes, now you're fully aware of what's required of you to go all in and get those results. So another thing that you need to understand before hiring a business coach, again, it is not that coach's responsibility to get you the results. It is that coach's responsibility to provide you with the instructions on how to put together the pieces of the puzzle so you can build whatever it is they're trying to build, and also make it very aware of what tools are going to be necessary for you to get there. But thirdly, it's also that coach's responsibility to guide you along that journey, whether that's in a group format, whether it's through the content that they deliver to you, and whatever the methodologies that they're helping shepherd you along the journey, but that's also their responsibility. Now, your responsibility as the client is that you have to follow the instructions. You have to use the tools that they gave you. You have to use the tools that they gave you. You have to follow the instructions that they outlined for you, and that you have to do the work until it works. Because people will say, well, I hired that coach and it didn't work for me. And then the first question is, well, did you follow their instructions? No. Did you show up to the calls? Did you speak up when you needed help? Did you ask questions when you needed support? Did you invest in the tools they told you to invest in? Did you follow the methodology? Did you follow the framework? And it's like, no, I didn't do all that. Then it's like, no wonder you didn't get the results. Like, it's a two-way commitment. It's their commitment to provide the instructions, to educate you on the tools, and to shepherd you along the journey. It's your responsibility to get in the car and get on the journey too. It is your responsibility to be committed to the entire process, right? You have to trust the process in totality. You can't just trust one part of the process, because if you get out too soon, a lot of the time, that's a huge reason. And also why you're not seeing results is because you quit too early. You got out of the car, you stopped doing the work, you stopped following the instructions on step 1, 2, or 3. You didn't see it all the way through. And just like with anything else, it takes time for you to perfect a methodology. A lot of the times, the first time through, it's difficult to get the biggest amount of results. You have to go through the process, listen to the process, redo the process, just like with anything. Just like if you were in the kitchen cooking a new recipe, normally the first time you cook the recipe, it's not going to be the best. It's when you cook it again and cook it again and cook it again, on that second, third, fourth time, the food gets better. So the same thing is true for you in business, but you need to make sure that you are investing in somebody who does have the instructions, who does know what result they're helping you obtain by following those instructions. And they also educate you and make it very clear what tools you're going to need to implement that instruction manual, okay? So those things are very, 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 very important. So I really hope this makes sense. I hope this helps you when it comes to you hiring your next business coach in whatever capacity, or whether or not you or somebody, you're hoping that somebody hires you as a coach, a consultant, a freelancer, or whatever, that you need to have these things, that you need to have a methodology, that you need to have a documented. You need to have it very clear that I want somebody who's here and I'm taking them to here. Like, imagine if you put, you got in your car and you opened up Siri and it was like, oh, I just want to drive somewhere. And she just takes you anywhere. That's not cool. You need to put the specific address in regards to the exact destination that you want to get to. And the same is true for you and your business. So if you're, somebody who's looking to convert, I'm going to do a shameless plug right now. Somebody who's looking, who's amazing at their skill set. They know what skills they already had the skill. They just haven't yet figured out how to sell it. If you're somebody who wants to grow your coaching business by converting high ticket clients and converting 4-figure clients consistently, I just invite you to join me over inside of my Facebook group. It's totally free, but we definitely are there to help individuals who are in that boat, who are ready to position themselves, who are ready to package a high ticket offer, who want to document their methodology. That really does separate you from the rookies out here and everybody else in the industry. Having a proven process and having a methodology will automatically differentiate you from your competition. Because I can guarantee you right now, most of your competitors don't have a method. They don't have a framework. Having your own method, having your own proprietary process automatically up-levels you, automatically qualifies you to charge more money for your services. You guys get what I'm saying? So if you're somebody who's ready to level up, who's tired of playing small and wants to establish themselves as an expert, who wants to document a process, who wants to start converting higher end clients, visit jerishahawk.com/join. And join me over there inside of the Facebook group. We would love to have you. Let me type this in here on Instagram for you guys. hawk.com/join. So you guys can come hang out with us there. And I hope this was helpful. Regardless if you're in the buying boat or whether you're in the selling boat and you're trying to convert more clients, you need to have these things in place, okay? So I will talk to you guys soon. Feel free to share this video with somebody in your DMs or on your timeline if you thought this was helpful, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, y'all.